Hello, welcome to the My Community Made YouTube channel. Today I'll be covering the topic of variable products, how they work, what they are. For those of you that don't know what a variable product is, it is those products that have drop downs that allow you to select certain attributes. It's a little easier to understand with an example. So let's say you sell candles on My Community Made, and you have two different colors of candles that you sell, red candles and blue candles. Well, you could list those as two separate products. Customers could buy red candles or they could buy blue candles. Now, if you're on the free plan, that will take up 2 product slots out of your 5 free products. And also for your customer, they'll only be able to see either the red candle or the blue candle. So for a better shopping experience, what you can do is you can create one product called candles as a variable product, and you can give it the attribute of color. Then in that attribute, you put your options for the different colors you offer, in this case, red and blue, and the customer will be able to pick whether they want red candles or blue candles, and it will give them the price and the number that you have in inventory before they make that purchase. So it's a great system. It allows for a lot of flexibility, but like all things, it gets a little bit more complex than making your simple product, which we'll include a link to if you haven't seen that video yet. So while the process is mostly the same for creating a variable product as it is for creating a simple product, there are some key differences. And in order to see those, you do have to sort of get past adding a new product. So I'm going to start this video as though I was making a simple product, and then I will tell you as soon as I get to the variable product stage. All right, so what I've done so far is I've created a basic product. I've called a candle. I have an image of a red candle that I've just downloaded from the internet. This isn't a product on our site. And I have a description, a short description. I've added 2 tags, and I've added our regular description. So far, nothing is different from making a normal, simple product. And this is the step where things will start to sort of change. So I'm going to create this product. Now you'll see that it takes me right into the edit product screen. Now, if it doesn't do this for you, you will have to go to your products and select the product that you just created, because we have to change its type from simple to variable. I can change a product type by just clicking on the drop down on the product type bar and selecting variable. Now this is what is going to give me all the options I need in order to actually turn this into a variable product. A few things change right away upon selecting that variable product type. You'll notice that my price is actually disappearing. So this is one of the most important things of variable products, or I should say one of the most challenging concepts of variable products. Your main product, or the top level product, has no price, no inventory level. It just operates as sort of a shell of a product. Nobody can buy candle. It's your variations, the red candle or the blue candle, that are actually purchasable. That is why when I set the product from simple to variable, I lose the option to set a price. I have to do that later, and I will tell you when we get to that stage. For now, we're going to scroll down all the way past SEO, past shipping, until I get attributes and variations. So this is where everything that makes a variable product comes into play. Before we can do anything, we have to create an attribute. So I'm going to add an attribute, and I'm going to call that attribute color. Now this will be visible by the customer, so you want this to be something that's descriptive on its own. You don't want to confuse the customer with any type of jargon. For now, we're going to call this color, and then I'm going to add options. those options have to be separated by the pipe key, which is that key that just looks like a straight up and down bar. So the two options I'm going to sell for now are red and blue. So I have two different colors I sell, and that's how this variable product is going to operate. So I'm going to save those attributes. Before I save those attributes, I'm going to click the check mark used for variations, as well as make sure visible on product page is clicked as well. Then I can save the attribute. Now the reason I needed that attribute to have the check mark used for variations is because in order to create a variation, the attribute has to be a variable product attribute. So now that I've done that, I can add a variation just by pressing go. This creates the actual product that I'll be able to sell. So you can see we have price, we have weight, we have all of our options that we're looking for in the simple product for executing a purchase. Those options are now inside the variable product. I can also see the product has its own ID here. Now there are a few options that you might want to take advantage of while you're in this variable product menu. For instance, you can see I can set a default color. So I can set it to red by default or blue by default, or I can leave it at any color. For most cases, it probably doesn't matter to set a default, but you might want to have a strategy around this. For instance, if you do sell multiple different colors and one color is always being outsold by the other colors, well, it might help to set the default color value to that color that isn't selling as well, just to promote some extra sales for that color that's sort of being left behind by your other variations. But in this case, I don't mind leaving it as any color. And the product is a simple product, as in that it'll be shipped, so I can just leave it as enabled. Now I do want to add a different image. By different, I mean I want to add a specific category image. Or I want to add a specific variation image of the red candle. I want it to be in stock. I'm going to set the sale price I'm going to set the variation price as $5. And I'm going to say this candle weighs about 1 pound. And I'm going to say this is a red candle. So there are a multitude of ways to go about actually creating variations, and each strategy has a different mindset that goes with it. So in this case, red and blue candles in our imaginary example here cost the same for me to make. I am relatively agnostic to which one is chosen. That type of variation just exists to give the customer choice. And in that case, I don't need to pick a specific variation for red or blue. I'm actually going to treat them as the same product. So that's why I'm leaving this as any color. What that will do is it'll make it so that whether the customer is picking the red candle or the blue candle, they will have all of the same pricing, the same shipping price, the same stock, the same inventory as if they were picking the blue one. So let's see what that looks like on the front end. I'm going to save this product now. And then we're going to view this product. Again, I'm on the staging site, so this product is not for sale. And there we go. On the front end, I see I have a candle for sale. I can see the color is red. I can choose whether I want to purchase red or blue. And once I purchase, the vendor who's selling this product will get the information for the color chosen. Now, because these values are sort of agnostic, the price does not change. Nothing changes when the customer picks red or blue. You're probably thinking now, how do I make it so that I can have different options depending on what the customer picks? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that now. So let's say that red candles and blue candles actually cost different amounts to produce. Oh, in that case, you just set the default variation to red, and we're going to add another variation. We're going to call that variation blue. And there we go. So for clarity, what I've done is I've created two variations, and I've set the default color to each one to a different color, both red and blue. The red product I have selling for $5. The blue product I have selling for $7. So now that I've saved those variations, let's save the product. And let's see how it looks now. So now when the product is red, it costs $5. And when the product is blue, it costs $7. Notice also that the product image changes because I have the product variation set, sort of like a swatch system. So based on which variables line up to that variation image, that is the image we're going to display to our end user. So now so that covers how to create a product with one variable with two options. But if you sell things like t-shirts or clothing of any type really, then you know that you typically have more than one variable. You sometimes have as many as 2, 3, 4 variables. And if you start getting to the minutia of, say, allowing customers to pick what type of material their product's made out of, well, this system will get very tedious because you're going to have to keep adding variables. So what we can do is, what I'm going to show you is a system for automatically creating multiple variations. All right. So I'm going to add another attribute. And this attribute will be, let's say, smell or scent. And we'll do apples and we'll do pears. And again, we make sure we've checked the used for variations button, and then we save that attribute. There we go. So now we have two variables. We're treating the first one, the first variable of color, as a differentiator of price. So blue will still be $7, red will still be $5, but we allow the user to pick any scent. See, so if they pick apples or if they pick pears, it won't change the price. If you need to allow both scent and color to change the price, because if you're making these by hand, you might have a limited number of each one. That's another thing you might use this for, is keeping track of inventory. In which case you would click Manage Stock, and then you would write the number you have. So if I need to track both the inventory and the price differently for color and scent, I don't want to add these products one at a time like I am here. So to show that, I'm going to remove the two variations I've created. So now I have no variations, and instead of clicking Add Variation, I'm going to create variations from all attributes. What this does is it tells the system, take each variable that I have, scent and color, that are checked for used for variations, take each one of those and create every combination of those two variables that you can. So I hit go, and it adds 4 variations: red and apples, red and pears, blue and apples, blue and pears. Now I still need to set the color, the product image for each of these variations. But now I have control over the stock quantity for each one as well. So I could have 5 of these that are 1 pound. I need to set the price, because without the price, it'll say this product is out of stock. You can't have a variation with no price. And then we have 3 with pears, variations, 1 pound. Say I have 2 of these. I'm going to leave the stock quantity for the blue with pears at 0, just so you can see how that works on the front end. And I'll make this one $4. Now I'm going to save those variations, and then we can take a look at them on the front end. If you need to edit all of your variations at once, you can click this expand button to make it easier to see each one. And then when you're done, you can click close. That just makes them small. You still have to save your product every time you make changes. Now let's view our product and see what we have. All right, so we have a candle, and I have 2 options as a customer. I can pick red, and I can pick apples. That'll be $5. There's 4 of them in stock. I could pick blue and apples, which is $7, 2 of them in stock. Or I could pick, oh, there's no pears. Because the pears scent, if you remember, in our product variation is set to 0, it doesn't show up on the front end. So for you vendors, if you are editing variable products and you run into an issue where that product isn't appearing on the front end, the first thing you want to do is check and make sure that you've set the inventory to either always be in stock by not managing the stock, or by setting a stock quantity greater than 0. So if I just set this for 1 and then I save that variation, after I reload the page, I expect that blue and pears is an option now. See, there's 1 in stock. Now, something else you can do with the variable products is because each variable or variation is treated as a separate product, you can actually run sales on just 1 product at a time, which is very nice. So for instance, if I want that blue pear to really, like I am trying to get rid of my inventory of it, let's put a sale price of $2 on. Let's save our variation. And let's save the product. And there we go. So on the front end, now that I've set this product to be on sale, I can see that specifically the blue pear product is on sale. But if I buy red pear, it's still $5. Now it's still $5. So there you go. That system gives you a lot of flexibility in how you manage your products. It allows you to create a single umbrella product with multiple variables as to how the customer will receive the product, what the product will be made of, all types of variations that can be created. You have 2 systems for using those variations. You can either add variations one at a time, or you can generate a variation from all attributes. You can also set all of the prices automatically. So I just set the drop down to set regular prices. I can click 5. And now each one of these products will automatically have a regular price of 5. There are a lot of other tools in here as well. So if you ever want to mess around with the system, you just click the drop down and you can see all the options you have for handling different variables within your variations. I use this all the time because oftentimes it's hard to go through each variation and change its inventory or change its price, especially when you have a lot of variables in your products. And there's other actions too, like running a sale on a variable product can be really difficult. But with this system, I can set sale prices. I can set them all to 2. And now I didn't have to go through each variation. It's just automatically I set the sale price for each one of these at 2. Now, you still need to remember to scroll down and click Save Product in order to see that show on the front end. See, now every product variation within this product is showing for sale at $2. So there you go. That's how you manage multivariable products. That is everything I can think of as far as how to manage variable products. If you have any questions related to variable products, please feel free to leave them in the comments, so I'll be sure to get to them. If you're looking forward to more My Community Made content in the future, please subscribe to our channel. We plan on making a lot more videos in the next few months. If you have a suggestion for a video that we should tackle next, I'm planning on tackling search engine optimization soon, since that's a highly requested feature. If you have other ideas of other topics you'd like us to cover, please just let us know. You can leave a message in the comments, or you can reach us through the support email or the support form on our website. Thanks for watching our video.